Hey guys, today we're going to be working with area of triangles and quadrilaterals, but in not where we have just a picture. They're going to be in problem-solving form, and to show you how it's applied and not just, oh, well, here's a paper of find the area. Okay, so first question says, Rob orders a party banner for his daughter's birthday party. The length and width of the banner are 72, so length and width are 72 inches and 22 inches. What is the area of the party banner? So this is just a thought process that I'm going to have you write out for now. Later on you can do this step in your head. First thing you need to think about, well, a party banner, and it has a length and a width that are different numbers, and that tells you it's going to be a rectangle. And, well, what's the formula for that? The most common formula is length times the width. You could use base times height if you wanted to. This is what's usually taught in elementary school, so I'm going to keep going on with that. And now, instead of just working it out, guys, you need to draw a picture. So put that up here at the top. Draw a picture. So here's our rectangle. And this one's pretty straightforward. You could have not drawn a picture, but it's better to go ahead and draw it and visualize what's going on. And it really doesn't even matter how pretty it is or if the side links look correct, because you have your numbers, okay? So now we're going to come over here and we're going to do area equals length times the width. Now here it doesn't tell you, you've got to come back and read the length and the width. So that means this one is the length and this one is the width. So we substitute for our variables and do exactly what it tells us to do. We're going to multiply. So use your calculators, multiply 72 times 22, and you should get 1,584. Now don't forget your labels. Always have to have a label. And these are squared inches. Area units are always squared. So there is our answer. That one was pretty straightforward. It asks you to find the area each time. Well, on this one, not each time. All right. I'm going to have you try the next one without me. Pause the video. Come back when you're finished. Let's take a look and see how you did. Again, we're talking about a canvas with a length and the width that are different, so that tells you it's a rectangle. There's your rectangle formula. Substitute for the length and the width, and you should get 63 square inches. If you didn't, pause the video, go back and fix your mistake. All right, now let's look at the next one. Sue created a triangular shaped vegetable garden and needs to put down fertilizer to cover the space. If the garden has a base, that should say a base of 1.4 meters and a height of 2.6 meters, how much fertilizer will she need? All right, well, this one doesn't have the word area, find the area. So we need to find a keyword in there that tells us what we need to do. Other than, this is an area worksheet, but anyway. This says cover. When you cover an object, you're finding the area of it. So that lets us know we need to find the area. They told us the shape, so triangle. Formula, you should know. Hopefully you did base times height divided by 2. So now let's draw our figure. Triangular shaped garden, and the base is 1.4 meters, height is 2.6 meters. Now you could have drawn a right triangle if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter as long as you have your base and height in the right places. Okay, here we go. Write your formula, substitute 1.4 times 2.6 all over 2 times 2.6 All right, so when you multiply this, you only get 3.64, and then you need to divide it by 2. That's the most common error. Don't forget, divide by 2, okay? And your final answer should be 1.82 square meters of fertilizer to cover that area. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at the next one. It's pretty similar, but there is an extra step involved. It says that Betty's living room, so we have a living room, is 15 feet by 12.5 feet. How many square feet of carpeting is needed for the living room? There's one question mark, and now we have some more to go. If the carpet costs $6.99 per square foot, how much will Betty pay for the carpet? All right, so we have a little bit extra to do on here. Well, we're talking about a living room, and when it says something by something, that lets you know this is a length and this is a width, and it will be a rectangle since they're different. You know your formula. Okay, now it says how many square feet. Tell us to find the area without saying find the area. And then it says, all right, so let's go ahead and take care of that. We need a picture of our living room. So here's our living room. Oh, that's not very nice. As you can tell, my drawing is not my strong suit, but it works. All right, so it says it's 15.2 feet by 12.5 feet. And again, the picture doesn't have to match what you think the dimensions would be. As long as you have your numbers, you're fine, because you're just going to substitute into a formula, okay? So we need to find the area of the room first for the carpet. So length times the width, 15.2 times 12.5. Use your calculators. 15.2 times 12.5, that would give us 190 square feet of carpet. So that's the first answer we need. Of carpet. And I'm going to box that answer because that's the first question. All right, now we come back to the next part of our question. If the carpet costs $6.99 per square foot, this per means to multiply by the number of square feet you have. So if it's $6.99 for one and we have more than one, we're going to multiply $6.99 times the number of square feet. So 190 times 699. Put that into your calculator, and Betty's going to need $1,328.10 to pay for that carpet. That doesn't look so good together. Hold on. And 10 cents. There we go. That one was a two-step question. Make sure you read carefully. Sometimes you'll have more than one step. I want you to give this one a try. You need to read carefully. Pause the video and come back in just a minute. All right, so I went ahead and started this one. I didn't want to finish it because this one is a little different and could be tricky if you're not paying attention. They've told us the area of the math book. And all the other questions, we've been looking for the area, but this time they told us. If you didn't notice here that they said the area is, you should have noticed that these units are squared, so that tells you it's not a dimension of a polygon at all. Okay, and then they did tell us that this is their length, and we're looking for the width. So this is the length and the width. If you keep following the formula, just like we've always done in class, it will not lead you wrong. It's like a recipe, it tells you what to do and when to do it. Area. Well, we know area, so you're going to put the 48 under the A. We know our length is 8. We're looking for the width. Substitute and work it out. it tells you what to do. This is our one-step equation that we did months ago. 8 times something is 48. That I think you could do in your head, but I want to remind you how to solve one-step equations. If they're multiplying, we're going to divide to get this variable isolated, and whatever they're multiplying by is what you divide by. And 8 over 8 is 1, so remember we have W equals 6. Now, when you put your label for this, you can't just put 6. It is a width, so you put plain old inches. Not squared, only area is squared. That one was tricky. I hope you caught it before you came back and saw that I pointed it out. But if not, that's fine. Now, the next one's very similar. Pause the video, you should be good to go. Okay, so when you read this question, they tell us that the area is 120 square inches, and it's a backyard. They say the width is 10 feet, and they want us to find the length. Okay, well, we don't know if it's a rectangle or square. Most backyards are not square, but they could be. So, good news, the formula is the same, so it really doesn't matter. At the end, you'll know whether or not it's a square or rectangle once you find the other dimension. But follow your formula like we did before. They gave us the area. We're looking for the length. There's our width. To isolate the L, you divide by 10 on both sides, and that's how you get 12 feet for the length. I really hope you got that one. Okay, now the next one's a little different from area because it's asking you to find the perimeter. Says, what is the perimeter of a rectangle with a width of 8 inches? Given the formula, P equals 2W plus 2 times the quantity of W plus 4. So don't panic when you see all of that because they gave you a formula. Don't panic, okay? Well, they want perimeter of a rectangle, so let's draw a rectangle. And we know for perimeter, you really add all the sides, but we don't have to worry about that because they gave us a formula, and we're going to follow that in just a second. They did tell us the width is 8 inches, and we don't know the length. Here's your formula, so just copy it, guys. P equals 2W plus 2 times W plus 4 in parentheses. Okay, they gave you the width. This is your W. So all you have to do is substitute in. Now you do have to remember, a number beside a variable doesn't mean to just write the 2 beside the 8 now that we know the width is 8. You're going to do 2 times 8 plus 2 times 8 plus. Follow your order of operations, guys. Do your parentheses first. So we have 2 times 8 plus 2 times 12. And since we have multiplication right here for both, it doesn't matter which one you do first, and you can actually, you could do this one, and then you could do this one, and last it says to add, so the perimeter 16 plus 40, plus 24 is 40 square, no, it's not square inches, it's just 40. Perimeter is plain, 40 inches. Okay? All right, well, that is all I have for you for area problem solving. Follow your formulas, guys. Draw a picture, follow your formulas, and even if they ask you for a dimension on your figure, you can find it very nicely. If they give you a perimeter problem and you have a formula, plug in for the values that you know, and you will find the answer. All right, hope you had a good time. Bye.